Hello Wrexham fans. How are you? I hope you're doing well, and look. Forget Danny Ings, Wrexham is finally signing the brilliant 156-goal striker that Phil Parkinson loves. And more. Stay until the end and I'll tell you everything and more. But first, subscribe to the channel and like it to receive all the latest news from the Red Dragons. Before I tell you the big news, here's the latest and greatest news from Wrexham AFC. Friendly or not, Wrexham fans want to see the team win, right? But last Tuesday, coach Phil Parkinson's team didn't live up to expectations. Playing against Sydney FC, which even fielded several young players, the Red Dragons ended up losing 2-1. Wrexham took the lead with an own goal in the first half, but soon conceded the equalizer, and after halftime, the comeback came. Final result, a frustrating defeat for the fans. And get this, Parkinson once again made significant changes to the team. There were 10 substitutions in one go, around the 60th minute. It's clear the coach is testing the squad, but the results are leaving fans scratching their heads. And the tour isn't over yet. Wrexham closes their pre-season in Oceania with another game, this time against Wellington Phoenix in New Zealand on the 19th. After that, it's time to return home and prepare for their championship debut against Southampton on August 9th. Now pay attention to this. Before the 3-0 victory over Melbourne Victory, many people commented on social media about the low ticket sales for the tour. At the stadium against Melbourne, for example, several seats were empty. But the story was quite different in Sydney. More than 40,000 fans turned out at the Allianz Stadium, which has a capacity of 42,500. The fans packed the stadium and cheered the team on. Even with the loss, the celebrations in the stands were incredible. The club itself posted the number of fans on social media, calling it incredible. And it truly was, proof that the passion for Wrexham is growing far beyond Wales. What did you think of the team's performance? And now, Wrexham fan, it's time to talk about a long-awaited debut. Yes, Danny Ward made his first match for the Red Dragons, and of course, fans are already commenting a lot online. After being signed for free by Leicester City, Danny Ward finally debuted as a starter for Wrexham. And more than that, it was a special debut, as the goalkeeper is a Wrexham native, which makes this moment even more symbolic. Ward started against Sydney FC and stayed on the field for about an hour, until being replaced by Callum Burton after the traditional 10 changes made by Phil Parkinson during the game. But then comes the controversial moment. Ward even made a great save early on, ducking well to catch a dangerous header. But when trying to push the ball away, it ended up going straight at Aleksandar Popovic's feet, who did not forgive and scored for Sydney FC. And how did the crowd react to that? Well, Wrexham fans are passionate and always have opinions. On social media, the comments were quite divided. Some defended the goalkeeper. "Danny is definitely a good signing," said one fan. Another commented, "I thought Ward looked solid." But there was also constructive criticism. One fan praised the initial save, but noted, "Great save by Ward, but he needs to clear the ball away from danger." And others took a deeper look. "That's typical Danny Ward. Great save, but he gives the ball back to the opponent. If he had more regularity throughout his career, maybe he would have improved in this regard." In the friendly against Sydney FC, attended by an impressive 40,242 fans, a certain Joe Lacey, just 18 years old, shone and ended up being responsible for sealing the 2-1 victory over our Wrexham. And the goal? It was one that surprises even the scorer. Lacey fired a low shot past Callum Burton in the 74th minute. But the most curious thing was what he said after the match. "To be honest, I don't think I even saw the goal. I only raised my hands when I heard the crowd cheer." Imagine that, fan. You score the winning goal in a packed stadium and only realize it when you hear the stadium erupt. But the young man didn't stop there. "Emotional," he commented. "I've been at the club for a long time. I've had a lot of teammates on the field with me. I'm very grateful for the opportunity. I'm excited." And even with the unexpected success, Lacey confessed that he had no idea of Wrexham's power in Australia. "Before the game, I didn't realize how much influence they had here. I knew about the documentary, and my family in Wales talked about it." Now tell me, did you already know Joe Lacey? Wrexham, as we know, has already started the transfer market with a bang, signing striker Ryan Hardy for £700,000 from Plymouth Argyle. And it didn't take long for him to show he's here to fight for a spot. He scored on his debut and has already earned the fans' trust. But the club doesn't want to stop there. Even with Hardy in the squad, the Red Dragons continue to seek more reinforcements for the attacking sector. The goal is to build a team strong enough to compete in the championship, and perhaps even dream even bigger. Now hold on to this. Experienced striker Jamie Vardy was speculated to be joining Wrexham, but according to sources close to the club, the signing seems unlikely, despite him still being without a club after leaving Leicester City. And what's more, Wrexham also lost a player who was on their radar, Danny Ings. He's likely to sign with Middlesbrough, another direct competitor for Wrexham this season. With that, a name already familiar to fans returned to the table. Michael Smith. Check out this story. During the 2024 summer transfer window, Wrexham attempted to sign Smith, but failed to reach an agreement. At the time, the club ended up closing the record signing of Madu Fail, and Smith remained at Sheffield Wednesday. But the attempt was serious. Wrexham's own CEO, Sean Harvey, even went to Hillsborough to try to close the deal. Smith, who has scored no less than 156 career goals, ended up renewing with Wednesday until 2025. But now, everything has changed. According to the Star, Wrexham is still interested in the striker and is monitoring the situation closely. Other clubs such as Blackpool and MK Dons have also entered the race. And here's some hot news. The @1867 News Twitter profile, known for its accurate Wednesday news coverage, claimed that Michael Smith has received an offer too good to be true. It hasn't been confirmed whether this offer is from Wrexham. But let's be honest here. Would Blackpool or MK Dons really have the wherewithal to offer a super contract? Smith was called brilliant by a former manager, and last season he scored 8 goals and provided 4 assists in the championship. In other words, he has experience. He has numbers, too. And with Wrexham assembling a strong squad, this could be the missing piece in attack. Now I want to hear from you, fan. Do you think Michael Smith would fit in well with this team? Is it worth investing heavily to have a striker of his caliber? Or should the club look for a younger, more promising player? Comment below, share this video with other Red Dragons fans, and tell me your opinion. Oh, and of course, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell, because in the next videos there will be more hot news from the Wrexham transfer window. We're in this together. Until next time, and go Wrexham!